Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgie, and this is an album review. A what? So I don't do album reviews. They basically require effort, and that's not me, really. So why am I doing one? Well, every now and again, and I mean, I don't think I've done one for about 2 years, 3 years. Every now and again, an album comes along that I think people should be aware of. So review's probably the wrong word. This is more like me telling you about an album rather than a review, you know? So people know this, but I used to do album reviews, and you would get albums in the post and you didn't know what you were getting. And, here's your albums to review this week, and you'd listen to them and say whatever you had to say, good or bad. That's an album review, whereas this is an album that I already own. So I'm not reviewing it, am I? I'm just kind of telling you about it. Before we get going, a quick disclaimer. I don't know this band. I don't know anyone in the band. I don't know the record company. I've not seen them live. I didn't until I did a song of theirs, I don't know, a month before now, whenever it was. I'd never heard of them. So getting that, I was as objective and as ambivalent to it as I could be. And it was so good I bought the album. So now here we are with an album telling you about the album. I nearly said review again. It's not a review. Is it a review? It kind of is, I suppose. I'm going to have to, there's going to be some editing in this video too, because it's an album review. I can't just talk non-stop and get every word right. It's not going to happen. But anyway, this album is by a band called Qaalm, as you already know because it's in the title of this video, and the album is called Grave Impressions of an Unbroken Arc. Not an easy sentence. Grave Impressions of an Unbroken Arc. Okay, it's not too terrible. So what about it? It's got only 4 songs on it. It's 46 minutes long, but only 4 songs. We've got 12 minutes, 11 minutes, nearly 13 minutes, and then there's the sharp one at just under 10 minutes. so these are songs that require you to not pay attention specifically, but have a little bit of patience. What you get in the first 10 seconds is not what you're going to get in minute number 7. However, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So to talk about, I'm also not going to do a blow by blow of each song either, because what's the point? This album is absolutely, I love this album, right? So spoiler alert, I love this, which is why I'm telling you about it. It's absolutely brimming with ideas and melodies. I mean, chock full of ideas. So you've got lots of real death metal, and then out comes this melody suddenly, and you sort of go, that's so great. So this album is not going to be for everyone, without a doubt. It is fairly uncompromising. It is melodic death metal, and that's not quite fair. It's a bit blackened in places, and you're going to hear a song anyway if you stick with me, because I'm going to play a song from it in a minute or 2, maybe 5. So it's not going to be for everyone, but what I can say is that the effort and the work that has gone into this is not wasted. You can hear all of the love that has gone into this by the musicians. They clearly worked at making a thing as good as it can be by filling it chock full with great ideas. The drumming on this, the drummer is absolutely solid, but super inventive. I love the drumming on this. If you don't know who I am, I am a drummer, and I'm not this kind of drummer, but I am a drummer, and I can appreciate the stuff that's going on, and it's full of like inventive little surprises in his drumming. I absolutely love the drumming on this thing. But then also you've got the guitars, which they can feel a bit low key to start, which is perfect for what they're trying to produce. And then all of a sudden out come these sort of epic soaring guitars, absolutely full of feeling, and you just kind of go, yes, So I cannot recommend this highly enough if you're into your death black metal. Even that's not quite right. I'll tell you what, the best thing to do is listen to the song I'm going to play, and then we'll talk some more about it, and then listen to the other video I did. I'll put a link somewhere. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to have to figure it out, aren't I? I'll put the link up here. But for now, let's play. This is the short song. It's just under 10 minutes. This is Hangman's Lament off the album. And hopefully this kind of showcases just how inventive this album is. I'm going to have to just pause the video here because I've forgotten to do a thing as usual. And I'm back. And I fixed it. Every time.
Know thyself, riding of the tree of life, hanging by the thread of your fear, done by the discontent, puzzled by the crumbling years. Surrender to the punishment, sacrifice the pride you hold leap of faith, pathetic one-man show. Set the stage, your famous last words. Tell the drama, sing your sorrows. More labels, wax, set stake out. You made your bed now, pour your time. Self-righteous coward, you can comprehend this burden. Blood the cause, your cancer is the cure. Set the pace, you killed all that you could. Now the drama, sing your sorrows. More labels, wax, set stake out. You made your bed now.
So as you can see, we're talking about a big sound here. I love that guitar solo that comes in. It's just so it's something triumphant about it, you know. It's like yeah, kind of gives you that way feel. Well, it does me anyway. So if this is your kind of thing, right, you should go straight to Bandcamp and buy this. Because I guarantee you will not be disappointed. The thing is, as I mentioned, it's absolutely full of ideas. Um, the singer's got this voice that at one point can etch glass, basically, and then at another time just carries these really great melodies. Um, I mean, this album, this is one of those where I find myself just, I'm just walking about and suddenly I have the urge to go, "Ah!" out of nowhere. Not like that. If I did it like that, I would be like straight to hospital to have my throat fixed. But and I'm singing the melodies and stuff like that, and certain lines from this album, I'll just be and singing it, and I mean, that probably shouldn't do a rendition of it here, but yeah, I just keep going. Wah! It's just got that great thing. So this is quite a heavy journey, right? And it requires multiple listenings, but that's good because it's great. So it's fine to have multiple listens of something when you go, but it's great anyway. So I don't mind listening to it like as many times as possible. But it's also one of those albums where if you give it multiple listens, you're going to find more in it. You're going to get more out of it. And some albums are only like that. Where if you don't pay attention, it just sounds like a mishmash and a noise. This is not the case. You can sit with your headphones on, you can listen to it, and you can pull out all of the things that are going on, those great melodies and whatever, and just the brutalness of it in places, or the sheer yeah of it, right? So you can pull all of that out, sit with your headphones, close your eyes, and do that. Great. And it works on that level, absolutely. But you can also have this on, in the car or while you're cooking dinner or whatever. Cooking dinner, if I'm ever doing it, is a very metal experience in my house, but there you go. But you can have it on the background, and what will happen is, because if you've listened to it a couple of times, those melodies will just keep, a little flag will go up in your mind as you hear that refrain, that melody from within a song, and you'll go, oh, it's this bit, so it works on both levels, which is a bit of a trick, because some albums really do not. They're either immediate and easy, and you can just put them on when you're doing anything, or they require a lot of effort on behalf of the listener, whereas this, you can do both those things and get different experiences from it. So it's got a real infernal sort of rocking quality to it. So have I recommended it enough? Is this enough? The band's going, no, keep going. Because I haven't got a bad thing to say about it. It kind of, and bear in mind, this band, no offense band, but they're not very well known. Their YouTube video that we've just watched, that Hangman's Lament video, at the time of making this, has 766 views. It's been out for 2 months, right? So they're not a well-known band, and which makes me even happier to discover something like this. This is, as far as I'm concerned, a hidden gem of the melodic death metal. I wonder what they call themselves. I don't know how they class themselves. I think it tells me on Bandcamp somewhere. But there's, it's a progressive, blackened death metal melodic thing full of ideas. You have to keep putting on genres onto it because it's got so many ideas in it. So I love this. An album comes out of nowhere for me, and just ticks like all the boxes. It's, I love it when that is. I also want a t-shirt with this on it. And I went and had a look, but as far as I can tell, it doesn't exist. That's a shame. I wanted a Qaalm t-shirt that looked a bit like that, but it doesn't exist. That's okay. So the thing about the songs as well is, I'm looking at my screen because I made a load of notes. I actually did some work. is that a lot of the songs, they start off giving you one thing and you think you know what you're getting, and you're wrong. This leads back to the lots of ideas thing. If you go back and look at, well, listen to that. That went in places you didn't expect, didn't it? If you go back and look at the Borderlands song video, again, you like at the start of that, you think you know where you are, and you're completely wrong. So it's just this thing. It's very inventive and utterly listenable and repeat listenable. So anyway, yes, let's have a look down my notes and see if I've not said anything other than I quite like this. Blah, 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 blah. Blah blah blah. I've written a note here. By the end of it, you know you've been somewhere. That's good. They should put that on there. They should put that on there. You can use that as a quote. By the end of it, you know you've been somewhere. Oh, that's what it says in my notes. Huh. I must have been feeling very reflective. Oh yes, and King of Contradiction, which is the third song on this, has this fantastic melodic, I'd say outro, but it's like the last quarter of the song. You know, this it has this great melodic outro. It's a bit long for an outro, so I'm not using the right phrase there, but like the last quarter or maybe a little less. Just got this great melodic thing going on. But anyway, I think I've probably hammered this one into the ground, and I'd be surprised if you're still listening to me waffle on. There's only the band listening at this point going, no, keep going, tell us how great we are. I love this album, absolutely love it. I've heard it like 10 times now. And I think every time, this is obviously the bits that I'm familiar with, and then there's still surprises that pop out and you go, oh yes, I've heard that and not really connected with it, and now I'm hearing it new for the 8th time sort of thing. So yeah, if you like that, and if you're going to like this as well, I would say go to Bandcamp, buy it. These people, they're not getting a vast amount of views on YouTube. I'm sure they're not rolling in money. So I think they would very much appreciate you buying the thing. If you want it, you should buy it. And these people are really going to benefit from that. Like I say, don't know them, never met them, don't know anything about them. Don't know anything to anybody to do with them or anything. They live thousands of miles away from where I live in Los Angeles, I think. So I'm completely sort of, this is me being completely objective, and I objectively love this album. Okay, now I really am going to stop. Everyone go and buy it and then tell me what you think, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.